loves, welcome back to Trend Talks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Emerald, and as always guys, please remember to like, share, and most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so kindly tell a friend to tell a friend and spread the word. Spread the word. Let them know that there's an amazing community that's for Harry and Meghan, and their support will be highly appreciated. I love all of you. Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting on my videos. You don't have to, but you always do. So for that, just want you to know I don't take it for granted. And people who usually give me super stickers, you guys are so dear to me. I also genuinely I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. May you never lack. Okay, amen. May you never lack. So thank you so much for the love that you show on my channel. I really I'm so grateful for that. So I saw something that was so hilarious, and of course I had to bring it to you. We have to laugh together. We have to, because who else am I going to laugh with? So it is about Mumbles. Let me give you context. Mumbles has a flower named after her. This flower is called Rose. It's called Rose. And the minute that was announced, a lot of people took a jab at her because you guys know of one particular Rose Henry. Do you know Rose Henry, the one and only Rose Henry, the woman, the muse that William, likes to give a call whenever he wants to blow off some steam, allegedly. Do you guys know that person? Well, people felt like it was a jab, like the Rose. Then you have a Rose who apparently kikis with William. Anyway, that is a little bit of context. Too much info. Anyway, so there's a Rose. Kate has a Rose named after her, and this Rose is launching this Monday, and it's going for £29. Yeah, it's going for £29. I kid you not, it's going for £29. And the funny part is it took 8 years to develop. It literally took 8 years to develop this flower. That's more time than Kate has ever worked her entire life. 8 years to develop a flower. And I've seen people say, wait, so it took them 8 years to develop a flower that already exists? Damn. And then these people will call Meghan unrelatable and out of touch. Well, she is just a woman who loves cooking, minding her business, gardening and everything. But for someone who has a flower named after them, and it's selling this flower for £29 to pocket that money, so it's relatable. And mind you, it took 8 years. And I've seen people really furious. They're like, so you mean this is what our money is used for? Like, this is our taxpayer money? This is what it's used for out of everything? Literally, this is what it's used for. And also people believe that the UK media is just, shading and trolling her indirectly, because you had the Telegraph say the Rose, named for the Princess of Wales and which took 8 years to develop, is available in store from Monday. And apparently it's set to sell out. No, I can't, guys. I see such stories on social media whenever I'm researching or seeing what's happening, so I can bring the stories to you, and I just start laughing. Who loves flowers? Who loves gardening? You guys know who that is. That is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. She loves flowers, she loves cooking, she loves gardening. She's so good at it. People love seeing her do it and they mimic it. Then you have someone else who literally did not do anything. I can bet my life on this. The Kate had nothing to do with this flower being developed. It was just a name thrown to stroke her ego. She had nothing. She does not even know what process went to developing this so-called flower that exists. Like, it took 8 years to develop a flower that already exists, and then it's selling for £29. What a joke. Yeah, they'll tell you Meghan selling honey, Meghan selling flower sprinkles is unrelatable. That's what they'll tell you. But Kate selling that, flower, is somehow relatable. The double standards are so off the roof. Literally. This is it. And people are really laughing. And people are like, okay, so the Rose, are you meaning the one and only Rose Henry? Because what is that? It should not be an honor to name a flower, Rose, Kate, after a flower like a rose. That should be insulting. And remember, Kate is also getting a lot of heat on social media right now because She was seen kicking it, laughing, smiling. Others may call it flirting with none other than Trump. And people are like, so you were causing with this man, like smiling, and the cameras were there, so the cameras captured that. And this man said vile, disgusting things about you. Yeah, you were smiling in his face, like happy to be in his presence. I mean, one thing with Kate and William, they do that every single day. They like smiling, and whatever people, famous people around them, they like smiling and cozying up to them because they want that fame. They want to be associated with that. But again, they'll blame Meghan for having famous friends who, by the way, she does not even, show off with. But William and Kate were out here cozying, kicking, smiling. And a lot of people also condemned William for entertaining Trump. This is a man who said disgusting things about his late mother, like tainting her late mother's image. But this man does not care. So Kate is getting a lot of heat for that. And the UK media again is running stories, as always, trying to do damage control, saying, Kate was forced to, she did not have to, but she just had to. She hated sitting next to Trump. She could not stand it, but she had to. She had no choice. She had a choice. She could have skipped that banquet, right? She could have gone to do something else. And I don't want anyone saying, it's for diplomatic reasons. What? King and queen, they could have skipped that. They could have done anything else. They could have kept their distance. Then you have Kate smiling. Then you want us to believe that this woman did not enjoy being in Trump's company or presence or sitting next to Trump. I bet she was like, I won. I'm sitting next to Trump. Meghan, do you see that? Because her true brain cells must be telling her that. So the UK media is doing damage control because people were condemning her for literally doing that. Like, this man said bad things. This man is one of the most hated men in the world. You're smiling in his face. It seemed like you're enjoying his company. What is wrong with you? But when it comes to Kate and morals, that's out the window. She does not care about anything. She does not. So it's not been good. I mean, generally, this entire Trump visit in the UK has raised a lot of eyebrows, has started quite an uproar of like, why are we using our taxpayer-funded money to entertain such a person? This money could have done a lot of things. Why are we doing this? We look like a joke all over the world for causing up to this man. And then we have our leftover royals who are literally excited to be in this man's presence. What? So you have one who's selling a rose. Apparently it took 8 years to develop. And it's somehow she's relatable. But Meghan, who's selling honey, who's selling jam and Sprite and everything, she's unrelatable. So I saw this. I was like, I have to, put you onto it. I have to. So I have a few comments, guys. I have a few comments. Let me get them. So you have the Spirit says, is Wales called the Hanbury? Hanbury? Joe says, Taylor says it sells out in hours. Yeah, apparently it's set to sell out in hours. Magda says, the shade is magnificent. Liv says, why is everything associated with her so slow? Good one, Liv. Like, I can see it. It's usually so slow. C says, buy the matching rose wig. Wait, guys. The wiglet. The rose wiglet. Wolf says, don't care, never cared. Sarah says, what a waste of time. I've been seeing pink roses all my life. Meanwhile, no one reports on Gaza. I know, right? Priorities. What happened to that? Travis says, so they spent almost a decade making a flower that already exists. It appears so, love. It appears so. Jeffrey says, winning the cringe award. I agree. This is so cringe. It's the cringest thing ever. Paul says, 8 years is more than she has worked in her whole life. Then Tim Miller says, and? Knight says, taxpayer-funded nonsense. Then Push says, Kate, MAGA Princess, Middleton. And then there's a picture of her smiling with Trump. People are not happy about that picture, guys. They're not happy. So that is the story, my loves. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to hit that subscribe button, to like and to share this video. I'm Herald, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.